Today's video, I'm doing a brake job on my 2015 Honda Odyssey, and I want to show how you get the rotor hold down screw. This is nothing more than to hold the rotor down temporarily while you get the wheel back on the studs. So I didn't have a manual impact screwdriver available when I did this. I tried hitting it with a screwdriver and a hammer to break it free. Didn't work, so I'll show this process. But the next thing you can do is I drilled a little hole in the side of the screw, 1/16 of an inch hole, and then took a punch and knocked it loose with a punch. So then I took this punch, just a standard punch, and put it on the hole on an angle and knocked it with a ball peen hammer, until it broke free. And I'm going to reuse this one. Like I said, it doesn't do anything other than I'll sand the high spot off this, but that's just something you can do if you can't get it to break free. You don't want to start torquing on this thing, and once you lose the Phillips head pattern, if you strip the Phillips head pattern out, then you're screwing this. Then you got to drill the screw out. So you don't want to get to that point. Always, if it's not coming out with the hammer, manual hammer like I'm going to show, then it's always good to try the punch process. I've had a lot of luck with that in the past. So hopefully this helps someone doing a brake job and can't get this screw out. I did rear brakes on this van 2 years ago, and I was able to just hitting the screwdriver end while turning it counterclockwise with a ball peen hammer. I was able to, actually a heavier carpenter's hammer, I was able to get it to break free without doing the drill and the punch. So yeah, hopefully this helps someone gets into the brakes far enough where you're stuck and can't get that screw out. It's a trick that I learned over the years. Hopefully this helps you keep moving forward and doing your brake job. Until next one. Now the next challenge is getting this screw. Some rotors have two. This only has one. But there's a screw that holds the rotor on. Basically, it just holds it up there until you get the wheel on, then the wheel seats everything down. So this is just it's not super critical. I've seen people that don't even put them back in. But I'm going to be turning counterclockwise. So I got this block of wood here to keep the rotor from turning as I'm turning the screw counterclockwise. What you need is a manual impact screwdriver. When you whack on the end of it and it backs it out. I do not have one. So I'm going to try just a screwdriver, the real big end. Got to make sure you use the right size screwdriver. You strip it immediately. And then I'm going to hit it with a heavy carpenter's hammer and see if I can't back this thing out. And I'm turning it counterclockwise as I'm hitting it. All right, that didn't do it. Hit my thumb. Okay, so another trick is I'm just gonna drill a little shallow 1/16 of an inch dimple in the screw, and then I'm gonna knock it out with a punch. just spotting where my hole's going to go. Like I said, this screw doesn't do anything other than temporarily hold the rotor up there until you get your lug nuts on. So this is just a 16th of an inch drill bit. And I'm just going to drill just a place for my punch to grab. And these screws should be pretty soft, so. Back to my punch. Make sure I go the right way, counterclockwise. I may or may not reuse this screw. I'm sure they have them at the auto parts store. I'll probably go get a new one. Although this one will work fine. Once I get I can just file the high spot off it. But it is, I mean, it's still, I can still grab it with the screwdriver, but yeah, I worked it over pretty good. And then this rotor should just pull off. There it is.